Modern Money Primer Blog Number 7, Responses by L. Randall Wray. So the telenovela trick worked. Many good comments and questions, with no one destroying the plot line. Let me briefly address them by grouping them into 6 general areas, and then on Monday we will give an answer to the question, why would anyone accept a sovereign currency? On the comments page, I already addressed 2 questions, so will not repeat my answers to those here. Okay, this is the narrator. I couldn't leave a mystery for the listener, so here are those 2 questions. Question 1. Mexican soap opera? Is there any thought of translating NEP into Spanish? Answer: a very good idea. My Understanding Modern Money is indeed in Spanish, published by UNAM, also Portuguese and forthcoming in Chinese. I hope this Modern Money Primer also can be translated, but it will be a while. Question 2. By currency here, do you mean currency only or the medium of exchange supply? When I say currency, I mean currency. As I said last week, in my view, far too much emphasis is placed on medium of exchange, or medium of cocaine delivery. Functions of money things. Forget medium of exchange, at least for now. It is just about the least important thing about money, and draws your attention to all the wrong things. Now back to the responses. Number 1. Can gold be money? No, never. If gold could be money, why not silver, copper, coconuts, fish, domestic services? A fuller answer will have to wait. In my view, money can never be a commodity. For our economistic friends, recall the line from Clower. Goods buy money, money buys goods, but goods never buy goods. If a commodity could be money, we have a case of goods buying goods. There is not, never has been, such a thing as a commodity money. Number 2. Money is a custom, law, norm, rule. Okay, not specific enough for my taste. What is the nature of that custom, law, norm, rule? I do not think that referring to law is on the right track. In my view, custom, norm, rule does not pin it down. This should be clear from the blogs I have posted the last 2 weeks. Hint: why did I use the term sovereignty? Veblen skewered the leisure class for its customs and norms. I love his explanation of the development of the custom of growing long fingernails, mostly but not exclusively on women, to prove that one is not and cannot be productive. These things are important, but they do not shed much light on money. Laws? Yes, you are getting hot. Remember the game you played with your mum, hide the thimble? But legal tender laws, nothing but a pious wish, as Knapp put it. 3. Why would those outside the U.S. be willing to use dollars? Very good question. And yes, it is related to a wish to join the party, put on by the biggest economy in the world. But it really does beg the question, no? Certainly, it must be related to willingness of Americans to accept dollars. But we do not want a hot potato or infinite regress argument, which Ramanan accuses us of, continuing to misstate the MMT position, his MO, unfortunately, and he does no better. So, why do Americans want dollars? Ah, yes, that is the question. Number 4. Are all debts denominated in money, such as the schoolyard debts amongst children? No. For an excellent, and I mean really truly excellent, book on debt broadly defined, please read Margaret Atwood's Payback: Debt and the Shadow Side of Wealth. She documents that chimps keep careful records of debts and credits. If Chimp A helps defend me against an attack, but I do not pay back next time Chimp A is attacked, I cannot count on her when I need help. Yes, we are cousins of chimps, and yes, we keep careful track of debts and credits, but many or most of these are not denominated in money terms. So far as we know, chimps have never come up with the concept of a unit of account. But remember, if a chimp does you a favor, you better pay up. Number 5. Does it have something to do with accounting systems of credits and debits, denominated in dollars? Bingo! We are onto something here. Credits and debits, measured in a money of account. Keep that in mind for next week. Ponder this. If currency is related to the sovereign government, what debit-credit relation do we have with that sovereign? Remember the chimps? What do we owe our sovereign chimp? Number 6. Saudi. The value of money is determined by the wealth given up when money is accepted. Except for some unfortunate terminology, we've again struck gold. The value of a currency depends on what we have to give up to get it. Be careful here. The value of the currency is not quite the same thing as willingness to accept it. Just because I am willing to accept a currency does not determine its value. What I am willing to do to obtain it, that is not the same as why am I willing to accept it. Saudi was brilliant and came up with the Saudi principle. Debts tend to grow faster than incomes due to compound interest, which is why we need the year of Jubilee, when all debts are forgiven. But we adopt the Roman view of time, abandoning the circular view of time that all previous societies accepted, so that we can never go back. Debts can never be forgiven because property rights are sacrosanct, and including the creditor's right to squeeze blood out of an orange. So we have to have bankruptcy court, debtors' prisons, and IMF sanctions. Ain't Roman civilization grand? So I need dollars. Why? And I'm willing to give up something to get them. How much? Those, as our Hamlet might say, are the key questions about money. Why and how much? Okay, so the suspense is killing you. 4 long days to wait for the answer to be revealed. Plot spoilers. Go ahead and do your damage.